My mom came over today and we got a good amount of progress done on reorganizing this sewing brick room. And so look at all this floor space. And I've just got a couple piles over here that I've got to reorganize because this is where kind of I kept pushing things. So obviously before I get sewing again, I've got to do a little bit of moving because since I don't have an ironing board or a sewing table right now, but look at all this. I'm gonna go run some errands, go grab some tubs, and then I'll be able to get some of this last stuff over here moved around and see if we can get this all cleared up soon. We're here for another project. Can you believe it? This, I believe, will be project number 17 out of 26, which seems super crazy to me because that means there's less than 10 to go. How crazy is it that this year has gone by like so quickly? We are back at it with another Elizabeth Hartman pattern. So I'm gonna do Preppy the Whale for this project, and it's one that I've had for a long time. I don't even remember when I purchased this pattern, but it's been sitting and waiting and wanting to be done, and so now is that time. I'm going to do it all with grunge, which is also kind of exciting for me. I love a good grunge project, as you should probably not be surprised at this point. So I'm going to dive into my grunge scraps, and that will kind of also determine what size this project ends up being. I haven't quite figured out whether I'm going to do the mini quilt size or the child's quilt size, and that's kind of determined by how many different scrap sizes I have. I know I have a lot of little scraps, but I think I have some bigger size scraps in there as well. So what it needs is fat 16ths. So it needs 25 of them or 7 fat quarters. So here's our, I believe this is the child size right here. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, so there's 27 whales on here, and it has two, like a white whale and a black whale. So we'll go from there. So I've got black from the previous couple projects of penguins and Avengers leftovers to use for the eyes and the mouth and everything. So that won't be grunge, that'll be Kona, just because I know I have lots of that. And then I've got my grunge scrap box, but not only do I have this grunge scrap box, but this was collected while organizing this weekend, and it's all grunge in there too. So I think pretty much it says a fat 16th is 9 by 10, or what, that's at least what she wrote it out to be. And so if I can find at least a 10 by 10 square or figure out what my biggest piece size needs to be, then I can go from there, because these are kind of wonky pieces. They're always, obviously they're left over from a collection of different projects. So I might have some duplicate whale colors. I will definitely have some polka dot whales. All down by the bay, polka dot whale, seen a whale with a polka dot tail. I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of polka dot whale tails. So I'm going to get sorting through this grunge, and then we will see where we're at as far as our Preppy the Whales. So let's see, I'm going to look at it now. My biggest piece, the biggest piece is less than 5 inches big, like a 5 by 5 square. So if I have a 5-inch strip, that could help get everything all in one strip. So now I'm really going to be diving through these scraps and see what I have and see what kind of ocean we're going to be filled with. Let's see what I got. I went and looked at my bigger grunge scraps. As you saw, I kind of stacked them out, and I think I came to the conclusion that I'm going to stick to just one main color. I've got this scrap of wide back left over from
the back of a quilt that I made a year or so ago. And I think it's going to be all my whales. So I'm gonna see if I can get 27 whales out of it, and then we'll go from there. The good thing is, since I'm doing it all one color, I can just cut all my A's, my B's, my C's, my D's, etc. with this whale versus having to do one for each color set. So I think it's gonna be interesting to see an Elizabeth Hartman quilt all in one color. I did kind of cruise Instagram to see if there had been one done before. I found one that had been done with the same color through all the blocks. So I'm interested to see how that turns out in the end. So I'm gonna get pressing, ironing, starching, and then on to cutting. I went ahead and cut one piece each so that I can get my sticker dots all placed, but now that those are all done, I've got to cut another 26 whales. So I'm gonna assembly line those and we'll check back in when they're all done. Okay, so I've got my main whale pieces cut. I've got all my blues and my eyeballs in my mouth, so that is the Kona Jet Black again. So now I've just got to cut out my background, which I think is going to be Kona White. I've got a whole bag full of it, so then I don't have to buy anything for this, which in this moving process has been really nice to not feel like I'm bringing more fabric into my stash and then I'm actually getting rid of some of it. And by getting rid of, I mean making fun stuff. So I'm going to cut that up. That'll be more streamlined instead of a little bit more how I kind of fussy cut these to fit the random pieces sizes that I have. So I'm gonna go chop that up and then we're gonna start making some whales.
So now I've got all my white pieces cut too, which means my whales are all ready to go. Somewhere my sticker, I had these 4 stickers all written out already. I don't know where they went, but they're very drastically different sizes. So that means tomorrow I can get my sewjo on and start making some whales. Saturday night sewjo time. So here's a roughed out whale. Now we're about to make it happen. One whale down, 26 more to go. Pretty quick and easy. After a weekend of sewing and a busy Monday of running errands, and I've now gotten all my whales trimmed, so I can show you my collection. So to get 27 whales, I have 12 whales swimming this way, 14 whales swimming this way, and because I had to, 1 polka dot whale. So I'm excited to have my one little polka dot guy matched in there.
So he's gonna look cute with all his little whale friends. So next time, there's obviously, I don't have to do much of a layout to figure out because they're all the same color. So next time we're gonna do the layout and get the quilting and get these guys all done. I think they're gonna be fun. So we'll see you then.